Hi everybody, this is Ben Basra from Remax Metropolis. I'm a real estate agent here in Toronto, Canada. For all the buyers and sellers out there, it is a good practice to read your contract carefully, and the real estate agent will guide you at the same time anyways. So when it comes to like all the representations and the warranties on your appliances and stuff, so you don't want to be responsible when you do close the deal or something, especially when representation and warranties all comes to an end at the time of closing. That means as soon as deed is registered in the name of the buyer is a new owner. So the seller is no longer responsible for any of those, that might goes wrong after that fact. All these appliances, dishwashers, and stoves and fridge and whatever it is. Now, what happened? Sometimes, like most of the buyers, when they draft an agreement, they have many times warranties and representations survive on closing. So they have a clause inside. So as an example, the buyer puts in provision and says the seller represent warranties and all chattels and fixtures will be in good working order. This warranty shall survive and not merge. So in this case, now from a buyer's perspective, you want that because you want to make sure that even after the closing for a reasonable amount of time, you can hold the seller accountable for like any sort of an issue, arise after soon enough at least. From the seller perspective, however, you want to make sure that a minute after closing, you're no longer responsible for those items because we have seen like some funny situations in the past. Here, buyer goes in, for example, put a laundry detergent in the dishwasher and then say, hey, dishwasher is not in working order. We need you to come and fix this machine. That like you get in like crazy trouble for nothing. So to avoid that from a seller's perspective, what you do, you can leave the clause as is and you strike out the balance provision in the end. That says the representation and the warranty shall survive, not merge. So if you do that, by striking that, like you are simply saying that you are not responsible for the seller side up until time of closing. That's it. But as soon as the closing is completed, that warranty comes and end, and you're done. You're not responsible anymore after that. Now, when you are explaining this to a buyer's representative, because many of them do not understand the language, they want you to they want to have the clause, but you don't want to just be responsible for that after the closing. No way. For a legal perspective, your argument should be for your representation, whatever you say, hey, look, buddy, you can come in and inspect the property as many as time you want to come before no before the closing. But a minute after closing, we are no longer responsible for those items. So you have to have this clause, like you have to be careful about this clause. And so if something goes wrong, it is your issue. Deal is closed, done. Thank you very much, and you are the responsible. So this is how we resolve this sort of issue. If you have any questions regard to real estate, do not hesitate. Just reach me. And sometimes, my explanation is a little bit, I don't know, maybe you get confused in it or something. But what I'm trying to say, have the clause such a way, depend you're on the buyer side or you're a seller side, obviously, but you have to put the clause depend which side you are, but this is for both end to understand and appreciate that. So anyhow, I'll see you guys in the next video.